Mr. Grinch is an icon, no doubt about that. He's up there with Jesus, Santa, and the Cat in the Hat.
Dirty hoe!
He's instantly synonymous with the holiday season. Now please don't ask why, you already know the reason. His hatred for Christmas and its commercialization has been known about for many generations. I mean, why else would Hollywood produce these 3 film adaptations? Because Hollywood executives like money a lot, and they'll profit off its legacy whether we like it or not. But hey, you say, what's going on? You said there were 3 films, that's 2, you fucking moron. Well, dear viewer, as you can see, it's this one, the mean one. It's got no DVD. Sadly, this is the part where I no longer rhyme. I'd love to do more, but I don't have the time. Hello one and all, it's Stardweep here to ruin your day. And wait, what do you mean Christmas Day is over? How could I have missed this? It was right in front of me. Like every Who down in Whoville, I like Christmas a lot. And knowing a certain someone who lives north of Whoville does not, it gave me an idea. An awful idea. Some may say it's a wonderful, awful idea. Capitalism, more specifically the seemingly endless rabbit hole of Grinch-themed memorabilia, ranging from board games, video games, Wendy's, and enough ting-tinglers and floob-floobers to make all the noise. The Grinch, in a twist of irony, has become one of the most marketable green characters in pop culture history. He initially hated the whole Christmas season for its superficiality, but now this motherfucker shows up in literally everything. Like, Ted Geisel didn't die just to have his creation leak a fake promotional Smash Bros banner, but he did for all of this merchandise where the real money comes in thanks to Dr. Seuss Enterprises. So as you can imagine, this will be a different video than the ones that I usually want to make, in the sense that it's not going to be about a movie, nor is it going to take me 10 years plus 2 to make. I think.
I'll say fuck!
Instead, I'll be taking a look, not at the movies, nor even the book, but a mostly scattershot list of, shall we say, cursed Grinch merchandise on the market. And since I don't own any of the following collectible goods for this video yet, I'll be going off of Google Images, commercials, and eBay listings, so you're gonna have to bear with me on this editing. Though I don't think you'd care, since this video is also gonna be the one where I acknowledge a Grinch toilet exists. And no, I'm not gonna say what that other toilet's name is, just to be funny. You can fuck off. To start things off, there's food products to add to your Who feast, and while there's recipes for Who pudding and rare Who roast beast, the Grinch made quite a few interesting collaborations, to say the least. International Delight, Pillsbury Cookies, and Kellogg's to release these presumably diseased Apple Jacks for the live-action remake. Jade City Foods, as part of their many cross-promotional collabs, made these Grinch-themed sauces, all of which sound like a Hot Ones episode I'm surprised that never happened yet.
Leche, please! You drink all the leche. Shut the fuck up!
There's Mount Crumpet sauce, roast beast sauce, and Who hash sauce, further proving that Who hash is real. You just gotta contact your local cannabis shop. They also released hot cocoa with the ground-up ashes of Cindy Lou Who and the Grinch turned into blow. Sick bastards. If that doesn't tickle your fancy, have you ever wanted the Grinch to give you a kiss and call you fabulous? No? Well, here's Hershey's Grinch Kisses, just for the occasion. Yeah, you thought I was talking about something else, you sneaky bitch. He even got his hairy fingers on your snacks, like Oreos, and Pop-Tarts, and waffles, and waffle makers, mini waffle makers, and deluxe waffle makers, super duper waffle makers. What the fuck am I saying? You can also purchase this officially licensed cookie jar to protect your Nestle green cookies from the Grinch trying to steal them in his sack treat bowl. And if you ever have a fear of missing out on the Grinch's IHOP promotional green pancakes, you can make your own from 10 Acres Pancake Kit, complete with its own pancake mix. Krispy Kreme even did these promotional donuts, some of which are just normal donuts with Grinch branding, while others give the Grinch a disgusting bean mouth, like, ew, get that CalArts shit out of here. And of course, how can I forget? Wonderful pistachios, green and salty, just like me. Yeah, it doesn't actually say just like my nuts, that was just an edit, but it's just like my nuts. Ornaments are a given because, well, fucking obviously it's a Christmas decoration, and the Grinch is no stranger to stealing decorations, no less being a decoration. Case in point, Hallmark, the undisputed kings of producing low-budget, bargain bin quality Christmas movies by the thousands, and of course, hundreds of decorations for literally every character in existence. So if you're tired of hanging shiny balls on your Christmas tree, you can always purchase this disembodied glass Grinch head right next to your Shadow of a Hedgehog ornament.
Damn it!
There's this one where he gets stuck down a chimney once, except he got stuck down there twice according to the special. There's this one who has his hand out telling you to stop it and get some help. But the ones I kinda like the most are the ones where it's just a page from the book and the Grinch just sort of recreates part of it. Like this 50th anniversary one, and this one from 2016. And this one's also cool because the case and packaging is almost like an actual book, and the ornaments aren't half bad either, and also I'm a giant dork. It might not exactly be the most ideal thing in the world to see me say something nice about Hallmark products, but look, I just think they're neat, okay? They also released this scrunkly little guy. This doubles both as a posable plush, and one decoration that you can hang to steal your other decorations. Quick, hide your National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation RV ornament. There's Gore of my comfort character you can put on your tree, and Grinch inflatables, but so what? Minions have these too, and I'm a man, they're nothing special. By the way, did you know that the Grinch had a crossover with the Minions a few times? There was this one web series that aired in China where the Grinch would appear for like one episode, I think. I guess it had the Minions doing Saturday morning cartoon type shit. They were especially prominent together in ads for the 2018 movie where he's a child, and to this day they still use that model, presumably because copyright can be a pain in the metaphorical dick, although they can still use the Lorax, but just not the Onceler because, well, you know, if you know, they know. Anyways, what was I on about again? Board games? Yeah, there's nothing much to talk about, honestly. It might just be that my interest in board games is two sizes too small, but like, what do you want me to say? It's Grinch Clue, whoopty fucking who. Well, there's How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the game. I guess it's where you play as the Who's trying to stop the Grinch from stealing your shit, though personally I would have just used a fake copy of Angels with Filthy Souls and some paint cans instead. There's Whoville-opoly for the live action movie. I'd like to imagine it's just Monopoly, but the second you play it, you've already maxed out your credit card. Though most interestingly, there's this Operation tie-in by Hasbro, which works more or less the same way the actual game does, don't touch the sides and all. It's just that the collaboration itself is honestly hilarious for like obvious reasons. Basically, the Grinch lost his Christmas spirit, so the player has to give him his knee surgery. Yes, I did it! I made the joke! I'm funny and relevant! Eat shit, Amy Schumer! Moving on to the extensive list of Grinch toys and plushies. This category could very well be for its own video entirely, but then again, how else would I have made a knee surgery joke? I'm gonna be real for a moment. I don't really give a crap about Funko Pops that much, unless it's a character I like, in which case they made every single goddamn character on the face of the earth into their own Funko Pop. Whether it be John Wick, Shadow the Hedgehog, Garfield, that one YouTuber guy from Moana, and holy shit, Star Funkos? I'll take 20. Fuck. Naturally, the Grinch also has Funko Pop packs, including 2 packs and 1 packs, but in other news, just like the Grinch, the grass is green and the sky is blue. Now I know changing the hue of an image doesn't exactly make it its own thing, but trust me when I say that this is a real product, officially licensed. This is just a chase variant where for some reason they just colored him blue. Why is he blue? I guess we'll never know. On the topic of figures, we also have a surprising amount of them made for the Jim Carrey movie, all of which were done by Playmates Toys, which I really should have thought better than to just type in the word Playmates in my Google search bar. These figure packs would normally come with 2 figures each of some fan favorite characters like Grinch and Who. Also comes with their own Seussical gadgets that weren't in the movie, but sure, why not? Give him a gun. They even made a figure pack of the Grinch in his holiday drip, and that one Arrested Development guy who actually got arrested in real life. They even included the razor as an accessory, meaning that your kids can recreate that iconic scene where Jim pulls a Carrey on the people who fucked with him his whole life. You can shave off a dude's head, GTA someone's car, and commit arson. Fun for the whole family. You know, when you really think about it, the Jim Carrey Grinch is almost the exact same as Wicked. Among the sea of figures and playsets based on your fan favorite characters like the Grinch, his dog Max, and another thing. We also have these film-accurate dolls that thankfully don't have a porn site linked on the back of the packaging, otherwise kids would unintentionally and accidentally discover a whole new meaning to the term Grinch. There's also these toys that for some reason have a completely different style compared to the rest, where they look like they mixed in the Chuck Jones specials art style with a live-action iteration, extending to the packaging. I guess I will give them points for adding some variety into their figures and products, but I don't know, I just find it kind of weird. But you know what's even weirder? This fucking thing. This is the transforming talking Grinch doll. Sure, it can talk, but can it really transform?
Yeah? Well, watch this.
If you were one of those people that wanted a Grinch toy to make all of the noise, and to look creepy as fuck, look no further. They also made this one that's supposed to look like he's singing, but I'm gonna be real, he looks like he's screaming at me for canceling his knee surgery. Both of these are extremely uncanny, but you know what? At least they really made them feel like the Grinch. Someone you wouldn't touch with a 39.5-foot pole, no less spend more than $39.5 on. That brings us to these cuddly plushies. Which is funny I say that because, well, isn't the Grinch supposed to be as cuddly as a cactus and as charming as an eel? Would you really want to cuddle a cactus? Would you? Let's be real, the answer would be no unless you're a plant fucker. That being said, there are hundreds of plushies of varying quality. I mean, they can all be a literal cactus or a goofy-ass Kirby Grinch plush that I unironically want. Sometimes they can be a Squishmallow, or the Sonic Adventure Chow-looking motherfuckers, or anything based on the 2018 movie, like this one by Just Play, which is... He looks like a monkey. He looks like Alex from Madagascar colored himself green and then shaved his mane off. But the funniest thing about this plush was actually of a website I found it from, where it actually had this high quality image compared to the rest, where everything has the same resolution as a Trump mugshot. There's a slightly better one by Just Play that has a glowing enlarged heart, which is not normal, but sure, we'll go with it. I at least like its packaging and how it's just a chair. That's cute. Other than that, the plush is mostly just okay. But the less we talk about these baby Grinch plushies, the better. Especially this one. Like, that Oompa Loompa kid was right. He really does have a beard. Oh, and speaking of which, I actually googled an image of a baby Grinch plush, and I found this one from the 2000 movie. I'm asking for a friend, but do you really think they did it?
To spice up their marriage, why, it's a cinch. All you need is some hoop punch and a night with the Grinch.
What the fuck?
They made a bunch of Build-A-Bear versions of the Grinch, where you got a classic one and then the virgin version from the 2018 movie with a baby version of itself. There's a questionably small one with a keychain attached to its head. There's a Universal Studios plush of Shit the Schloff. This Hallmark plush that has a dumpy. This scrawny little fuck that looks absolutely nothing like the Grinch. I mean, he's naked. And then there's this one I found on eBay, which doesn't look too bad, but I don't think his neck is screwed on just right. There's even a plush for Fred. You remember Fred? The reindeer who appeared for like 15 minutes in the movie and got returned to his little family after the Grinch does something good before he's supposed to do something good in the end, and that's supposed to be a change of heart. And yeah, full disclosure, I really don't like this one, and if you disagree, pucker up and kiss it, Whoville. Anyways, thankfully, these plushies aren't all bad. In fact, there are some that make me kinda glad. There's these ones by Aurora Borealis that actually have a pretty good quality to them. They capture his design well, and I like that some of them have his iconic smile, and just in general, they just look really nice. Like, I like this one with his Santa Claus outfit. There's this epic aforementioned Kirby Grinch that I want to buy. Like, please, where can I buy this? They made a plush of his dog Max that's bipedal for some reason, like he's a resident from Zootopia. There's even a Grinch plush with Cindy Lou Who chilling along with him, stapled to his arm. I like this one a lot. Perhaps one of these days, though, I will fork over more than $100 just to have a jumbo Grinch plush in my life. And as much as I would like to cover the millions of other stuffed Grinches like Oscar the Grouch here, there is one more I need to mention, being what I think might be one of the oldest vintage Grinches out there, being this plush from the late 70s by Eden. Despite releasing after the Chuck Jones special, instead of giving him his staple green color that everyone knows him by, he's covered in cigarette ashes. This is obviously meant to replicate his appearance in the book, since he wasn't meant to be green from the beginning. You see, in the original, it was all in black and white with occasional colors, like red, and it wasn't until the television special where Chuck Jones decided to color him green after some used cars he saw or something like that. Also, to further increase your Dr. Seussian nerdgasm, did you know that the Grinch's first legitimate appearance wasn't in his own book, but a book called Scrambled Egg Super back in 1953? Also, did you know that The Grinch has a sequel? Find out more about this thing I never knew existed on the next episode of Did You Know Gaming. I mean, Did You Know Grinch has a racist cousin?
It's because I'm green!
Okay, I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Let's just hop into a miscellaneous category. Why not? Have you ever wanted to steal Christmas yourself? Go to a Best Buy and use this Grinch-themed backpack to put all your goods in. Or you could take it to school, that also works. They can make as many Grinch mugs as they want, but they will never compete with the legendary Grommet mug. And if this year you don't want to look just like Saint Nick, Buffalo billing the Grinch into a onesie shall do the trick. And currently on the market, most interesting of all, these Grinch building sets. Some big and some small. These were made by a company called Brickcraft, which are essentially the exact same thing as Lego, but I don't see Lego doing anything based on Nicktoons or MTV or Yellowstone. I'm a total slut for Lego, so this is right up my alley, even though I do wish that we had an official Grinch minifigure. Okay, I also just remembered that years ago I remember drawing my own Grinch minifigure to see what he looks like, so here he is. Do you like it? And you can say what you want about the two previously mentioned Grinch adaptations, but one thing that can't be denied was that Universal promoted the shit out of these. Aside from pistachios and IHOP, there were a bunch of toys made for it. There was Pez dispensers, Funko Pops, and knee surgery memes. When the guac is extra, am I right? But honestly, my favorite marketing out of the Illumination version in particular was these infamous billboards that were posted all over America, with the Grinch roasting the hell out of its residents. Whether it be classics like, wow, another remake, hope you're proud, Hollywood, or stop moving to Los Angeles, it's full. On occasion, the Grinch will compliment New Yorkers or commit public indecency by threatening to drown you in his load. Oh, and here's my favorite one, the one where he proudly announces that he's gonna have sexual intercourse with my dad. Wonderful. Now that Pistachio's ad makes a whole lot of sense, and now I'm gonna get age restricted. Of course, we can't mention corporatism without mentioning commercials, where the Grinch sells me on car insurance, a McDonald's meal with his dirty laundry in it, and DNA tests? What the hell? Now, I know what you're thinking. Isn't this a bit too much? Wasn't the whole story and message against corporatism in the holiday season? To that I'd say, yeah. But in fairness, it's not like such a popular character like the Grinch wouldn't get attention through advertisements. And hey, at least that none of these commercials bastardize the original moral while still selling me on stuff I don't need. And then you have this insulting piece of shit. So, about over a year ago, Walmart had the impotence, the audacity, the unmitigated gall to use this character to sell us their shit. But not even that was enough, because it starts right after his change of heart, where some sick bastards force about a dozen Walmart employees to work on Christmas. Yeah, I know, right? Crazy, isn't it? Yet that's not even the worst part about this commercial, because it has the Grinch steal all of these packages, and get this, they no longer make him feel mad. He giggled and wiggled, and felt a tad glad. Perhaps what's-its and what-have-yous aren't half bad. And I guess as per Who traditions, he returns the stolen goods back to them. So I guess that means that Christmas really does come from a store. Nothing less and nothing more. That's what this is about, isn't it? That's what it's always been about. I don't think I need to tell you how this is the angriest a 1 minute ad has made me, because let's be real, everyone else has already done it for me and I don't really need to tell you why it's so bad. Fucking Capital One did the Grinch more justice than this. Even Illumination did. What kind of sick bullshit is this? And yet, it's still better than what Coca-Cola's doing. At least it looks good and doesn't have AI-generated real magic bullshit in it. Alright, my voice is getting a little screwed right now, so that about wraps it for this video. This video might seem a little less creative than the ones I normally want to make, but truthfully, it's just so I can experiment around with what video topics I want to do. If it's not about a movie or show, I've always been wanting to do other things aside from that. And definitely not because it's the holiday season as I type the script, even though by the time the video comes out, it'll probably be New Year's or some shit. Anyways, if there's a conclusion that sums up today, is that Grinch merchandise can be cursed in a way. With the Grinch's popularity, there is a reason why companies will lock in this holiday season to sell you a thingamajigger you don't need that costs the amount for mouths to feed. But no matter how many ads and toys flood a store, Christmas still very much means a lot more. Something I'm sure many of you have already figured out before. And that's about it. That about clears. Merry Christmas, you filthy animals, and a Happy New Year.